Lucky had always been a quiet, determined young man, content with his modest life as a student in Imo State, Nigeria. But everything changed the day Max came to him with a proposition that would alter the course of his life. Max, his flashy cousin who always seemed to have money to burn, showed up at Lucky's hostel unannounced, wearing a designer shirt and driving a car that looked like it came straight out of a music video. Lucky, you will be wasting your time if your plan is to be legit in this country. It isn't fair for people like us to be struggling to make it in life while the few rich people like Uncle Johnson are swimming in money. Lucky frowned. I think some of them still worked hard legitimately for their money. Max scoffed. Hard work? You think running illegal offshore oil deals and flipping laundered money abroad is hard work? Do you know how much Uncle Johnson makes every month? Millions. In dollars. And yet, look at us. Struggling to make ends meet while he's out there buying homes overseas. Lucky shifted uncomfortably. Max's words were hard, but sound truthful. Lucky knew Uncle Johnson was wealthy. He'd seen the cars, the mansions, and heard the stories. But he hadn't thought about how little of that wealth trickled down to relatives like him. Max leaned in closer. Look, I have a little racket we can use to get some verses in our pockets. My guys overseas hacked into one of Uncle Johnson's offshore accounts. I'm not saying we'll take much, just a few $1,000s, something he might not even notice. And we'll be careful. My people can handle the transfer, but we need your help. Max made it sound so simple, almost harmless. The mention of Uncle Johnson's recent overseas property purchases and his numerous real estate investments stung. Why couldn't he spare a fraction of that wealth to help his struggling relatives? What exactly do you need me to do? Lucky asked at last. Max smiled, sensing victory. Nothing too risky. Just to take a photo of a specific document when we visit Uncle Johnson's house. My guys will handle the rest. Lucky spent the whole evening thinking about Max's illegal proposal. He knows Max had come to him because he has spent some holidays at Uncle Johnson's estate mansion in their hometown. He knows the mansion like the back of his hand. Uncle Johnson swam in millions. What's the loss of a few thousands of dollars to him? And like Max said, he might not even notice the missing money. Besides, Lucky had struggled enough. Maybe just this once, he deserved a taste of the good life. Eventually, after much internal debate, he agreed. Max was very glad and said all they needed now was the right opportunity. The opportunity came sooner than Lucky expected. Uncle Johnson's daughter, IJ, was hosting a birthday party at the estate mansion. Lucky hadn't seen IJ in years since she left to study abroad, but he remembered her as the bubbly, carefree girl who always managed to brighten the room. The thought of seeing her again was both exciting and nerve-wracking. When they arrived at the mansion, the party was already in full swing. Music blared from speakers, and the air was filled with the aroma of grilled meat and freshly baked pastries. IJ, now a stunning young woman, spotted Lucky almost immediately, her face lighting up as she hurried over. Lucky, it's been ages. Lucky smiled awkwardly as he said, Happy birthday, IJ. To his surprise, IJ clung to him for most of the evening, asking about his life and laughing at his awkward jokes. Her attention was flattering, but also distracting. Later that evening, when Uncle Johnson stepped out and IJ entertained the guests in the living room, Max nudged Lucky. Now's your chance. You know where the study is. Lucky's heart pounded as he slipped away. The study was exactly as he remembered, spacious, with shelves lined with books and a polished mahogany desk at the center. Lucky found the document exactly where Max had told him to look and quickly snapped several photos with his phone. His hands trembled as he returned the papers and left the room. Max cornered him moments later, eager for the photos. But Lucky had grown cautious. I'll give them to you when your overseas guys are ready to make the transfer, Lucky said firmly. And I'll be there when it happens. Max's voice betrayed his frustration. Why all the drama, man? Just send me the photos. No bro, whenever your plug is ready call me, Lucky replied. After a long pause, Max relented. No issues, I will let you know. Before this weekend we must be ready. Lucky was proud of himself at his backup plan to watch his back. He didn't trust Max very much. He had already made up his mind to disassociate from him after this transaction. The life of criminal schemes, deception, and lies wasn't for him. This will be a one-time thing. Max had agreed to giving him 40% of the amount they hacked. His share will definitely run into millions. During the days to come, Lucky urgently waited by the phone for Max's call. But by the following week, the optimism had curdled into anxiety. Max hadn't called, but instead Lucky's world came crashing down as the police stormed his hostel early one morning. dragging him out in handcuffs. His neighbors watched in shock as he was shoved into a waiting van. At the station, the truth emerged. IJ had confessed to everything. She had revealed to the police that she and Max had planned the scheme together. It was she who had shown Max where her father kept his important documents. Max had then recruited Lucky to take the fall. Worse still, IJ revealed that while she had distracted Lucky at the party, Max had secretly accessed Lucky's phone and extracted the photos. Their plan had been to elope with the money, leaving Lucky to bear the consequences. But Max had betrayed her too. He disappeared with the money, cutting IJ out of the deal entirely. Max and his overseas accomplices had hacked into Chief Johnson's account and transferred out $300,000. As he was led to his cell, his father watching shamefully, Lucky felt his world shattered. He had been nothing more than an unlucky pawn in their twisted game. With IJ's help, the police was able to apprehend Max, and the three were made to face criminal charges for their crimes. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to enjoy more stories that can be true. Cheers!